Hello everyone and welcome to a new ATFX video. My name is Gonzalo Cañete and here I'm again one more time to give you a whole week recap so you can start the week with the last fresh update of what happens during the previous week. So you're gonna get the right information to take the right decisions in order to start the week with the right foot. Okay? First of all, let's start the screen and let's take a look. Today, by the moment I'm recording this video, is Friday, 5th of April. I'm doing this video during the evening of London time, which means like more or less the half season of Wall Street already is gone. We have seen also already today the non-farm payrolls and unemployment ratio, which it was actually super good in both cases. NFP was good, super positive, better than expected, and unemployment rate was dropping back again to a new 3.8%, which is super good. And still, good numbers, macroeconomically speaking, not necessarily means good for the market. Explain this in more detail. It means if the macroeconomical data, if the numbers are going well in the US economy, it means the Federal Reserve there has no needs to cut the interest rates, and therefore equity markets or financial markets, all financial assets are mainly fit by the expectations of an interest rate cut in the United States. If the numbers are good, if the economy is good, there is no reasons to cut the interest rates, and therefore the market is getting more scared about that kind of situation. So far, what happens after the non-farm payroll release? Let me show you first the numbers here, which is we can find them right here. Unemployment rate and the non-farm payrolls. You see 303K versus 212 expected. 3.8% unemployment rate versus 3.9% expected. Again, super good data, and it means that therefore the Federal Reserve is losing the reasons, the arguments, to the points to cut the interest rate. So initially the answer or the response on the market was selling. We have seen this since even yesterday evening. The US session was dropping the prices, still resisting by this morning the 5,200 points, but losing after the unemployment rate was released. We were just below for a while of 5,200 points, particularly in the spot. This is mini SP500, but you can see that now the market seems to be recovering a little bit after this kind of drop on the price. Also on Nasdaq, as you can see. And once again, if you want to follow in details the macroeconomic data and also understand what is going on with a proper explanation, you got the reports I publish every morning on our blog ATFX Connect Market Snack section. You go here and you got every single morning a whole explanation in detail about what is the last numbers introduced by every single economy. And believe me, instead of wasting your time in researching one single company for hours and hours, days and days, and trying to figure it out what's going to happen with that company, it's better if you spend your time, invest your time researching on macroeconomical scenario, macroeconomical and global effects, because this is the ones that are actually moving the whole market, the whole equity market. So regardless what that particular company you follow up is doing, these reports and understanding the global scenario and also the global equity cycle that you are in probably gonna save you much time. Every single day this week you got a whole report which is not including all the macroeconomic, but it's also included a section for geopolitical and news. For example, the one of today includes the Iran threat to attack Israel for the coming 48 hours. Even last night on many social networks, oil was rising during the night, even in the evening in Wall Street session, but during the night oil was about Brent barrel was about $90 per barrel. One of the reasons is because of in many social networks, people were uploading and sharing a video of certain mystery objects in the sky. The main comments from some agencies was that maybe it was missiles, maybe it was an attack thrown by Iran, because it was so in the south of Iran flying to the north of Iraq and is straight line in direction with Israel. So far didn't happen. I mean, it was apparently a asteroid or something similar like asteroid, but not a missile. And so far there is no official attacks of Iran from Iran on Israel by the moment, but still Israel is setting a kind of alarm on this. And from the other side, we also got certain comments from the Lavrov, which is one of the highest diplomatics in an ex-secretary of foreign relations for Russia, saying that the relations between NATO and Russia are dropping in a purely real confrontation. Where was the comments? I leave here the comments. And Secretary is surprised and saying that they become NATO again. Or was first they wanted Ukraine. Okay, we got these comments. That is also interesting what he say about that they want Ukraine in the NATO just to avoid any attack from Russia. And now they say that Russia is planning to attack NATO anyways. But yeah, it say Russia stop diplomatic. The Russian relations with NATO have descended to a level of direct confrontation. That was said like the last 48 hours also by Sergei Lavrov. Therefore, Ukrainian conflict is not solved. And also, I have been given to you a few comments, very interesting ones, about the visit of Yellen, the Secretary of Treasury and ex-President of Federal Reserve, visiting China yesterday. And yeah, the main reason why she was visiting China was to address the problem of the massive exportations of certain clean energies, particularly electric vehicles from China to other regions of the world, top record. Even I collect here for you comments done by Elon Musk, who was saying what it is. During Tesla's most recent earnings call, CEO Elon Musk stated the Chinese automakers, will pretty much demolish most other car companies in the world if there are no trade barriers established. So he's again supporting new measures, which is what we call trade war, and started by Donald Trump. So yeah, take a look on the summaries of the day, of the daily macro market snacks. So you will see also the data release. This week we got the speech from Jerome Powell. I also shared with you on social networks the main topics, the main points of his speech. But in general terms, we can say that the speech of Jerome Powell, let's take a look on dollar index. It was positive. He was just explaining how they expecting the cut interest rate. Everything is going according with the plan. It was causing a drop on dollar index, which he was doing super well, as you can see. It was rising since March. All the index up to 105 points. And after the speech of Jerome Powell was dropping back again, because the speech of Jerome Powell was saying, we are still planning to cut interest rates. Everything is going according with the plan. Inflation is under control, blah, 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 and so on. Regardless, that comments, we have seen how the market was rising today after the labor market data release, which it was a new drop on unemployment rate, which is good, and also a non-farm payrolls higher than expected, which is also good. If the labor market is going well, it means labor cost is not a problem. Labor cost is gonna keep high because there is no enough people requesting new jobs, and therefore salaries are not gonna reduce, and therefore inflation is gonna probably keep sticky in the levels of around 3%. We got inflation here 3.2% right now. So we're probably gonna see a sticky inflation around 3%, constantly up and down until the unemployment rate rise. Because as in economy we usually study, an increase on inflation means a decrease on labor force, and this is related with unemployment rate. So if we got high inflation, means we got low levels on unemployment rate, which is the case right now. Inflation is dropping, but the labor market, the unemployment rate is not rising, and therefore the Phillips curve, which expresses the relation, reverse relation between these two variables, is not working, and that's what probably, even if you don't think about that, Federal Reserve is considering these two factors, because based on the economic manuals, this is one of the main rules since the 15th. Phillips curve relation between unemployment rate and inflation is what they worry them. Anyways, going to the markets, let's take a look. Regardless data, regardless everything, let's take a look what happens. SP 500 was dropping since yesterday evening, and now lately has been recovering. So far so good, doing well, and is trying to keep the price above the 55 moving average period, as you can see here, and record mainly 5,250 points on the index. Nasdaq 100 is doing exactly the same thing, trying to take it back the moving average lost. And again, just recovering all the drop facing after this data release. In Europe, DAX 40 it was also dropping, but it's trying to recover part of the levels lost since yesterday. So again, the market is in super high levels. Again, if you see these drops, these two drops here is absolutely nothing. If you see in perspective, you will actually see that we are facing one of the best moments for the German equity, even when the German economy is still introducing really bad results. The last one, let me just check the calendar to give you more evidence about this. The last one, it was today. German factory orders, super low, my friends. You can see here, German factory orders dropped to 0.2% from 0.6% expect, and still recover part of the losses because the previous period was minus 11.4%. So bad numbers from the German factory orders. Still the main industry in Europe is not doing well, and this is the main concern. Now, regardless this, we're gonna take a look also on gold, which is doing super well. New maximums, new records, 2,324, amazing. Let's project this range, which it was mainly the main work done by gold for the last, since when? Since 2020, for the last 4 years, has been doing really well there. Let's keep also 50% on this, just to measure what exactly could be the pivot point on this market. So yeah, so far the gold is doing so well, and even the silver, it's something like I was analyzing in the last market report we did. Let's check on futures. Aquí estamos. Okay, here you go. So you see it's just going straight away to $28.50 per ounce, and still it's nothing, because if it's breaking up these levels between $28 to $30, if it's breaking up these levels cleanly, probably you're gonna start to project through this other range, which is coming from $28.50 to $38, more or less, $37.50. Amazing, really good one. Oil is still rising so far. Do you remember in our previous reports, even back in December, I was sharing with you ExxonMobil, an energy sector in United States, has one of the probably the best sectors to invest on, considering the situation of the oil market. Now, oil market is rising $70 on Brent barrel. If you check now ExxonMobil, this is what happens: $122 per share, breaking up the top levels. I shared this chart with you when it was here. Do you remember back in December? Take a look on the previous videos, and well, it's another successful story on our market reports. Anyways, Bitcoin is doing also not bad. Has been dropping and pushing $69,000, trying to consolidate above those levels. And so far, we got the recent maximum stop is $73,250, and as you can see, it seems to be doing a kind of triangle here. Then in any case, if it's breaking up, probably the goal is project the whole movement up. So it will be something like this, but up. That will be the next goal of Bitcoin. And let's see if it's no, it will be a new record. If we reach that one, will be a new record. Okay, so far so good for Bitcoin too. I think that's all for today. Just keep an eye on all, and again, go into details, read the reports, so you will see actually in more detail absolutely everything, because I'm trying to collect everything, even real estate data from United Kingdom today. We got also French release of manufacturing activities, which is not good. Anyways, it was recovering, but recovering slower than the drop that is suffering for the last few months. I'm also updating you about China. Well, in this case, we got Japan today, because probably they need to keep pushing the interest rates up, and that's another very interesting market you could take a look. Dollar yen super top high for the last 30 years, and it's happening now. So well, good luck with the market. Leave me a comments if you want to request any particular asset you would like to analyze. Also contact me through the email if you want to request anything else. even to add you on the newsletter, or participate in a podcast, or request any particular asset you want me to analyze and make a specific video about that. And again, one more time, if you like this content, please thumb up and subscribe. Take care. Bye bye.